Good day, welcome back to Newsroom right here on SABC News. We're coming to you live from our Johannesburg studios, and of course we are coming to you on DSTV 404. All right, the City of Durban Metro hosted a two-day sports tourism conference at the Inkosi Luthuli International Convention Centre after many years of Durban taking the back seat in the international and local tourism markets. The city is now a premier sporting and tourism destination with standards that can compete on a global level. This was apparent during the Sports and Events Tourism Exchange exhibition and conference that ended yesterday. Now, to talk more about the conference, we're joined by Chief Executive Officer of Durban Tourism, Mr. Phillip Sithole. Sir, welcome to Newsroom.
Thank you.
I joked earlier and I said, Phillip, are you here? And you just, jolly said, yes, Phillip, I am here. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Newsroom. We understand that the conference is done and dusted. What did you get out of it?
Well, it was a very good conference. Firstly, as the city, we are very excited to have hosted this conference, looking at the number of people who are coming from different parts of the world and who are leading event organizers around the sports and events exhibitions. So the outcomes of the conference were more on the role of local government, the role of private sector, the role of SASCOC, and the role of governments within Africa. If I can touch on local governments, firstly, the issue was how local government work with sport federations as well as event organizers in supporting events. One of the things that came out was that an integrated approach by local governments is very critical in the hosting of events. Integrated approach in the sense that local governments, departments of tourism, sports, must link up with sporting associations in trying to make sure that types of facilities that are provided are in line with the global standards of hosting major events. Secondly, it was more on how do you link the destination with the types of events that are being hosted. So when people are here to have discussions, at the same time they need to know places that they can go to in terms of visits. Thirdly, it was the issue of funding. Because some of the events, they need subsidy from the municipalities or some form of sponsorships that should be provided in hosting such events. We know that local governments have got limited resources. There was a huge discussion around that. Lastly, it was about experience, that for municipalities to be able to host these kinds of major events, it must have people that have experience in hosting such events so that those people are able to deal with issues around logistics.
And speaking of the events, sporting events and, that you just spoke about, we understand that one of your primary aims was to promote South African sporting events and destinations. Would you say you were successful in that regard?
Well, speaking for the City of Durban, we have been very successful. If you look at the relationship that we have created with Table exhibitions, and also to the fact that the agreement with them last year was to host this event at least for more than 2 years, and this was for the second time that the event was hosted here. On that front, we have been successful. We have also been successful in the sense that we've been able to showcase the City of Durban and its facilities that are related to sports and tourism to buyers that were here. But speaking generally about the success of the city in hosting events, we have to go back a few years, starting from Soccer World Cup 2010, COP17, IOC meeting, Tourism Indaba, and many other major events that have taken place, sports-related events like AFCON. We have done very well as a city, and we have seen spin-offs from that, which amounts to billions of rands.
Chief Executive Officer of Durban Tourism, Mr. Phillip Sithole, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your input with us right here on Newsroom.
Thank you.